Honorable members, let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the officers of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of the society and just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessing descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county, and of those whose interests you have committed to our child. Amen. Let's say, honorable members. Order number 1.
Order number 1, administration oath. Order number 2, conclusion of the chair.
Good afternoon, honorable members. We have with us an invitation for Today from the office of the governor. Honorable members, I wish to bring to the attention of the honorable arms that the office of the governor, through the county secretary, has formally invited the county assembly to participate in the 9th edition of the Turkana Tourism and Cultural Festival from October 2025. The festival is scheduled to take place from 2nd to 5th December 2025 at the Hades Cultural Center in Guru. This year theme is Cradle of Humanity, Home of Culture, a journey through Turkana. Honorable members, the festival will bring together participants from across all the territorial sections of Turkana, local minority groups, and representatives from the various cultural groups from neighboring countries. It will also attract international visitors, diplomats, development partners, and cultural enthusiasts who will be celebrating Turkana's rich cultural heritage and its global significance. In this regard, honorable members, I wish to extend an official invitation to all honorable members to attend and grace the important cultural festival as representative of the people of Turkana County. I thank you, honorable members. Right, Honorable Charles, with you for your word, Speaker, County Assembly. Again, we have communication. Good afternoon, honorable members. Honorable members, I wish to inform this House that the Office of the County Secretary has formally communicated that His Excellency, the Governor of Turkana County, is scheduled to deliver the State of the County Address pursuant to the County Government Act 2012, Article 30, Section 2, Cap J and K. The State of the County Address will be delivered on Tuesday, 2nd December 2025 at 9:00 hours. Honorable members, this address is an important constitutional requirement through which His Excellency the Governor reports on the status of the county governance, development achievements, ongoing programs, and the overall progress of our county. I therefore request all honorable members to avail themselves for the important session and be seated in good time to afford the event the dignity deserves. The office of the clerk is instructed to make all the necessary arrangements to facilitate the sitting. I thank you, honorable members. Right Honorable Charles Mutioto Award, Speaker, County Assembly of Turkana. Clerk, next order.
Number 3, messages.
Honorable members, we have a message from His Excellency the Governor, Turkana County. This is message number 5 of 2025. There is nomination of persons for appointment as chairpersons for Turkana water companies. It's written November 20. Honorable members, good afternoon. On Tuesday, 11th November 2025, I received a message from the Governor of Turkana County, His Excellency Jeremiah Amaitio Bukai Nakotikani, regarding nominations of persons to the positions of chairpersons for Turkana water companies. Honorable members, Standing Order 47 Cap 1 relating to messages from the Governor provides that the Speaker shall bring to the County Assembly any message from the Governor or the Senator of the county delivered to the Speaker for communication to the County Assembly. And therefore, I'll read the message, which is this is the letter. Re-vetting of nominee for appointment to chairpersons for water companies. Pursuant to Section 24, Cap 4A of the Turkana County Water Service Act 2019, as amended by the County Government Amendment Act 2020, I hereby today, 11 November 2025, nominate the persons whose names are shown in the annex for consideration for appointment as chairpersons for Turkana water companies. The name of the nominees and relevant information documents therefore are submitted to you for requisite vetting and subsequent consideration for appointment to chairpersons for water companies as per the provision of the Public Appointments County Assembly Approvals Act number 5 of 2017 and the County Assembly Standing Order. Names of the persons as follows: Mr. Philip Aimun Ebey, chairperson to ASCO; Mr. David Peikan Amoru, chairperson Kalawasco; Mr. Ambrose Merinyang Arif, Chairperson to Ruasco. I therefore seek the diligence of your office to accord the matter the urgency it deserves. Signed, His Excellency Honorable Jeremiah Kamai Supplementary Appropriation. Honorable members, pursuant to provision of Standing Order 47.3C, I hereby refer the message together with curriculum vitae of the nominee to be dealt with by the Committee on Water, Environment and Natural Resources. Honorable members, the committee shall consider the nomination and table reports in the County Assembly for debate and decision within 21 sitting days from the date in which the committee first sits to consider the nomination in accordance with Section 9, Cap 1 of the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act Number 5 of 2017 and County Assemblies of Turkana Standing Order Number 55, Cap 4. It is therefore important that the committee embarks on the vetting exercise to enable speedy conclusion of this task within timelines set by the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act Number 5 of 2017. I thank you, honorable members. Right Honorable Charles Kyoto, Speaker, County Assembly of Turkana. Thank you. Clerk, next one.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Chair Budget.
Honorable Speaker, I ask to lay this report for the review of the Turkana County Supplementary One Appropriation Bill 2025.
Proceed and lay. Next order.
Order number 6, notes of motion. Order number 7, statements.
Next order.
Order number 8, question.
Clerk, next order.
Number 9, bill, Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 6 of 2025. Second reading.
Chair Budget.
Turkana Bill, Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 6, 2025. So, Honorable Speaker, I think we actually read the bill, so I need to move it.
Proceed.
Yeah. Honorable Speaker, once a year, the County Assembly is called upon to consider to approve annual estimates of revenue and expenditures, not only as a statutory duty, but as a watchdog over the county public resources. Honorable Speaker, Article 185 and 201 of the Constitution of Kenya and P11 Act 2012. The Standing Order number 235, the County Assembly, Standing Orders highlights the procedure in which the county budget estimates revenue, expenditure, and supplementary budget estimates can be considered by the House. Section 1 of the Public Finance Management Act requires the County Executive Committee member for Finance to submit appropriation law and any other law required to implement the county government budget after the County Assembly approves the county budget. So this bill, Honorable Speaker, was committed to the Budget and Appropriation Committee for consideration and to report the findings to the House for approval for allowance. Honorable Speaker, review of the bill. The Turkana County Supplementary One Appropriation Bill 2025 was laid and tabled in the Assembly on 21st November 2025, and it underwent the first reading. As a Budget and Appropriation Committee, Madam Speaker, we had 2 sittings to review with budget the published supplementary one appropriation bill 25. And this was to enable the committee understand the alignments and additional revenue that has been introduced to the approved supplementary one budget estimate for financial fiscal year 2025-26. Madam Speaker, Section 135 of the Public Finance Management Act provides that supplementary estimate must be accompanied by explanations on how the additional expenditure requested by the county treasury relates to the fiscal responsibility, principles, and financial objectives. Consequently, the county treasury prepared a supplementary budget, somewhat containing budget financing and expenditure to help support the proposed supplementary budget. Madam Speaker, in the examination of the supplementary one appropriation bill 2025, the committee noted that the supplementary appropriation had largely complied with the local provisions and fiscal responsibility principles. Our observation was, as a committee, Honorable Speaker, we made the following observation. The figures in the supplementary appropriation bill 2025 are concurrent with the figures approved in the supplementary 1 budget fiscal FY 2025-2026. The changes introduced during the supplementary 1 budget estimates for 2025-2026 have been incorporated in the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2025 and is clearly shown in the supplementary 1 budget summary by wards. So, Honorable Speaker, that was the only thing I think we found, and the proposed amendment I think that is the only thing I say about it for now. Also, I'm sure amendment from members are still forthcoming, Honorable Speaker. So I will allow maybe colleague of mine, otherwise I can.
Honorable James, proceed and second.
Madam Speaker, I second.
Honorable members, I now propose that the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 6 of 2025 be read for the second time. The floor is now open for members to deliberate.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'd like to support the second reading of the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill, Bill number 6 of 2025. Madam Speaker, I know yesterday we had raised a lot of concerns when we were considering the report for the Turkana County Supplementary 1 for the financial year 2025-2026. And I want to believe the Committee of Budget and Appropriation will work towards the implementation of those recommendations, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we also raised a number of areas that required amendments. So I know members have prepared those amendments, and Madam Speaker, those are a good number of those amendments are genuine. because we noted some of the projects that have been listed in the pending bills. Madam Speaker, you will find a number of those projects have already been paid by the county treasury, but unfortunately they have again found their way to the pending bills. We are considering today, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, it's also worthy to note of a number of contractors who are said to have worked in some of the wards, and yet the members of the county assembly are not aware of the existence of those projects as well as the existence of those who are said to be the contractors. So I know the committee, when the committee was looking at the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill, I know they must have considered those proposed amendments from members. And maybe it's good if those proposed amendments are considered in the floor of the House, so that we can pass the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill, Bill number 6 of 2025, in amendments. Madam Speaker, the other issue that I want to raise is in regard to the implementation and execution of this budget. Madam Speaker, now we are headed to the end of the second quarter. So, Madam Speaker, we are all aware of the bureaucratic procurement processes, which will even take 2 or 3 months. So how I wish, Madam Speaker, upon the approval of this bill, the county executive, they have to work round the clock to ensure that procurement for the development projects in this county is given the attention it deserves, so that we avoid again delay in the implementation of the development projects in our county. Madam Speaker, if that is going to be addressed, we will not have issues, because we will get some meaningful, significant or some meaningful impact in as far as development is concerned. But if you will leave, if the procurement process will be delayed, Madam Speaker, we will be caught up with time. We will end up not implementing the proposed projects in this supplementary budget. So, Madam Speaker, with those few remarks, I sit as I support the second reading of the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 6 of 2025. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, with the rule of the House, I now want to put the question that this county assembly, I now want to put the question that Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 6 of 2025 be read for the second time. May as many as of the same opinion say aye.
Aye.
May as many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, read the long title of the bill.
The Turkana County Secondary Appropriation Bill, Bill number 6 of 2025, a bill for an act of County Assembly of Turkana to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of the county revenue fund and its application towards the service of the year ending on the 30th June 2025, and to appropriate that sum and a sum voted on account by the County Assembly for certain public services and purposes.
Clerk, please order.
Number 10, come to the whole house. Turkana County Secondary Appropriation Bill number 6 of 2025.
Honorable Mike, proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. May the Speaker who now leave the chair. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, I now want to welcome you so that we start the committee of the whole house. That is the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 6 of 2025. And I heard that we'll be patient until we finish it because we have like 2 schedules to deal with. So I call upon us to be very patient so that we finish the committee of the All House business under standing order number 141. Clerk, read class 3.
In order for us to move on the same day, we need to be provided with the needs.
Correct, that is in order. members, for those who are able to access it through the tablets, I think that will be the right way to do it. Honorable members, I think we all have the bill, both the hard copy and the tablet. So, clerk, please.
Clause 3, appropriation height, in addition to some granted by Section 2, there may be applied for the several services and purposes specified in the schedule, a sum specified out of any money.
Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that in addition to the sum approved by Section 2, granted by Section 2, there may be applied for the several services and the purposes specified in the schedule, the sum of specified out of any money. Members, I wanted to put the question that in addition to the members, that clause 3 as printed be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? I submit. Honorable members, I now want to move to the first schedule. I want to invite motion mover to move vote number R4111, Chairperson County Security Administration and Dissemination.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move for 4111 that the amount on current expenditure, that the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance of the office of the governor, amounting to Kenya shillings 129,963,713 shillings and 28 cents. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, I call upon the lead of minority to second.
Thank you, and I want to propose the question that vote number R411, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance of the office of the governor, the sum of Kenya shillings 129,963,713 713 shillings 28 cents. Honorable members, reading the mood of the House, I want now to put the question that for number R411, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the operation and maintenance of the office of the governor, the sum of the Kenya shillings 129,963,713 shillings 28 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Next, I want to call upon the Chair County Security Administration Disaster Management to move vote number R4112.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move current expenditure for 4112, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for salaries and expenses of the office of the Deputy Governor, amounting to Kenya shillings 20,529,959 shillings and 72 cents. Honorable Chair, despite the fact that the amount looks like it's a bit low, but I think in the current subsequent amendment, not amendments, the subsequent budgetary, we need to raise this because this always requires more resources. I call upon Honorable Akero to second.
Thank you. I now want to propose the question that for the number R4112, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for salaries and expenses of the office of the Deputy Governor, the sum of Kenya shillings 20,529,959 shillings 72 cents. I now call upon the members to ventilate. Honorable members, I now want to put the question that for the number 4112, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for salaries and expenses of the office of the Deputy Governor, the sum of Kenya shillings 20,529,959 shillings 72 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Chairperson, Finance, Trade and ICT to move forward number 4414.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I rise to move vote number R4114 that the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Finance and Economic Planning, sum of Kenya shillings 2,473,107,343 shillings and 58 cents. Mr. Chair, I want to call upon the honorable member representing Turkana Ward to second this motion. Thank you.
Members, I want to propose the question that for R4114, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the operation and maintenance of the Department of Finance and Economic Planning, the sum of Kenya shillings 2,107,343 shillings 58 cents. Members, you can now ventilate.
Chairman, I want to propose an amendment on that section. Pursuant to section 124 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, I wish to propose the following amendments to the supplementary budget pending bills. If you check the supplementary pending bills.
Order. Is that for the current or development?
Development.
Then you need to wait until we move to schedule. Members, I want now to put the question that 40 number R4115, amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Water Services. The sum of, for the Department of Operations and Maintenance, the Department of Finance and Economic Planning, the sum of Kenya shillings 2,473,107,343 shillings 58 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Chair, Water Services.
Chairman, I rise to move vote number R4115, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the operations and maintenance for the Department of Water Services, amounting to 32,091,737 shillings and 76 cents. I wish to request Honorable Mahmoud of the Second.
Thank you. I want now to propose the question that 40 number R4115, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Water Services, the sum of Kenya shillings amounting to 32,951,737 shillings and 76 cents. Members, you can now ventilate. I now want to put the question that 40 number R4115, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Water Services, the sum of Kenya shillings 32,951,737 shillings 76 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the same opinion say nay? I have it. Chair, Health.
Chair, I rise to move for R4116. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operation and maintenance for the Department of Health and Sanitation. The sum of shilling 1,296,347 shillings and 40 cents. I would like Honorable Willie.
Honorable Willie. Thank you. I now want to propose the question that vote number 4116, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance in the Department of Health Services and Sanitation. The sum of Kenya shillings 1,296,347 296,034,347 shillings 40 cents. Members, you can now ventilate. I now want to put the question that voting number 4116, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Health Services and Sanitation, the sum of Kenya shillings 1,296,034,347 shillings 40 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Chair, tourism. To move vote number 4117. If the chair tourism is not there, chair finance.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I rise to move that vote number R4116, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026. Sorry, I rise to move that vote number R4117, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the operation and maintenance for the Department of Trade, Gender and Tourism. Sum of Kenya shillings 69,547,829 shillings and 78 cents. Mr. Chair, I wish to invite Honorable Alphonse Dr. to the court. Thank you.
Thank you. I now want to propose the question that vote R4117, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026, the operations and maintenance for the Department of Trade, Gender and Tourism, the sum of Kenya shillings 69,547,829 shillings 78 cents. Members, you can now ventilate. Already in the mood of the House, I want to put the question that vote number R4117, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the operations and maintenance for the Department of Trade, Gender and Tourism, the sum of Kenya shillings 69,547,829 shillings 78 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Submit. Chair, Education, Sport and Social Protection. Honorable Michael.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move vote R4118, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Education, Sports and Social Protection, amounts to Kenya shillings 692,789 692,789,037 shillings 43 cents. I wish to ask Honorable Dorcas Tokaile to second.
Thank you. I now want to propose the question that vote number 4118. Amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operation and maintenance for the Department of Education, Sport and Social Protection. The sum of Kenya shillings 692,789,037 shillings 43 cents. Members, you can now ventilate. Reading at the mood of the House, I would want to put the question that fourth number R4118, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Education, Sport and Social Protection, the sum of Kenya shillings 692,789,039 shillings 43 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. So. Chair, Department of Public Services, Administration and Disaster Management, Honorable Alivo.
Chair, please
Please, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I rise to move for R4119. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the salaries and expenses for the Department of Public Service, Administration and Disaster Management. Sum of money 6,253,746,064 shillings and 60 cents. I therefore call upon Honorable Samuel Dalio to second. I second, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, honorable members. I now want to put the question, propose the question that fourth number R4119, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for salaries and expenses for the Department of Public Services, Administration and Disaster Management. The sum of Kenya shillings 6,253,746,064 shillings and 60 cents. Members, you can now ventilate. Members, I now want to put the question that fourth number R4119, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for salaries and expenses for the Department of Public Services, Administration and Disaster Management, the sum of Kenya shillings 6,253,746,064 shillings 60 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Savage. I now want to call upon the chairperson, Department of Infrastructure, Committee on Infrastructure, Transport and Public Works. Chair, Madhu Alan. Go ahead, Honorable Ike.
I rise to move for number R4121. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Transport and Public Works.
Chairman, for the purpose of answer, I think the chairman who is reading the need to be accurate because I've heard him saying 4R4121.
Thank you, Leader of Minority.
Chairman,
Chair.
I rise to move for R4120. The amount required in the year ending that is June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Infrastructure, Transport and Public Works amounting to 32,364,674 and 16 cents. I wish to request Honorable Ali to second.
I second.
Thank you, Honorable Aliwo. I now want to propose the question that vote number R 4120, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance of the Department of Infrastructure, Transport and Public Works. The sum of Kenya shillings 32,364,674 shillings 16 cents. Members can now ventilate. Already at the mood of the House, I would want to put the question that vote number 4120, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026, operations and maintenance for the Department of Infrastructure, Transport and Public Works. The sum of Kenya shillings 32,364,674 shillings 16 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye, serve it. Honorable members, I call upon the MCA and the chairperson, Agriculture, Livestock and Development and Fisheries, to move vote R 4121.
Honorable Chair, I rise to vote R4121. The amount required for the year ending 30th June 2025 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Agriculture, Livestock Development and Fisheries. Total amount 61,945,901 shillings and 79 cents for the year 2026. I call upon Michael Wilson, MCA California, second.
Thank you, MCA Kalkol. I now want to propose the question that vote number R4121, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the operations and maintenance of the Department of Agriculture, Livestock Development and Fisheries. The sum of Kenya shillings 61,945,941 shillings 71 cents. Members, you can now ventilate. Ready at the mood of the House, I now want to put the question that vote number 4121, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Agriculture, Livestock Development and Fisheries. The sum of Kenya shillings 61,945,941 shillings 71 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Have it. I now want to call the chair, Department of Natural Resources and Climate Change, Honorable IK.
Chairman, I would rise to move vote number R4122. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Natural Resources and Climate Change, amounting to 22,062,302 shillings and 48 cents. I wish to request Honorable Kuya to second.
Thank you, Honorable Ruth Kuya. Members, I want now to propose the question that vote number R4122, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance of the Department of Natural Resources and Climate Change, the sum of Kenya shillings 22,052,302 shillings 48 cents. Members are now free to ventilate. I want to put the question that vote number R4122, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operation and maintenance for the Department of Natural Resources and Climate Change, the sum of Kenya shillings 22,052,302 shillings 48 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Salute. The chairperson, Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development, Patrick.
Thank you, Chair. I rise to move forward. 4123. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Lands, Fiscal Planning and Urban Development. Kenya shilling 159,791,930.01. I call upon Honorable Dorcas to second.
I second.
Thank you, Honorable Dorcas. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that vote number R4123, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance for the Department of Lands, Fiscal Planning and Urban Development, the sum of Kenya shillings 159,791,930 shillings 1 cent. Members, you can now ventilate. Reading at the mood of the House, members, I want to put the question that vote number R4123, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operation and maintenance for the Department of Lands, Fiscal Planning and Urban Development, the sum of Kenya shillings 159,791,930 shillings 1 cent. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Salute. The chairperson, Roads, Honorable Madi Walai.
Chairman, I want to move for number R4125. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance of Turkana County Public Service.
Move 4124. 4124.
24, eh?
Yes.
Assembly. Chairman, I rise to move for R4124. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance of Turkana County Assembly, amounting to 894,842,892 shillings 0 cents. I wish to request Honorable Bruce Buya to second.
Thank you, Honorable Bruce Buya. I now propose the question that vote number R 4124, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance of the Turkana County Assembly, the sum of Kenya shillings 804,882 shillings and 0 cent. Members, you can now ventilate. Members, I now want to put the question that vote R 4124, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for operations and maintenance of Turkana County Assembly, the sum of Kenya shillings 894,842,882 shillings 0 cent. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Have it. The chair, Labour, to move vote R4125.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I rise to move vote R4125. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the operation and maintenance of the Turkana County Public Service Board, amounting Kenya shillings 47,211,883 shillings 6 cents. Mr. Chair, I call upon Honorable Mark Akero Kiseko.
I support Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Mark Akero. Members, I now propose the question that vote number R 4125, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026, the operations and the maintenance of Turkana County Public Service Board, the sum of Kenya shillings 47,211,883 shillings 6 cents. Members, you can now ventilate. Honorable members, I would want to put the question that vote number R 4125, the sum of the amount required in the year ending, that is June 2026, for operation and maintenance of the Turkana County Public Service Board, the sum of Kenya shillings 47,211,883 shillings 6 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? I have it. I now want to call upon Honorable Gachibi to move vote R4126.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to move vote R4126. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for salaries and expenses of the office of the county attorney to the sum of 25,850,757 shillings and 93 cents. I call upon my brother, Mheshimiwa William Nakuya to say.
Nakuya? Thank you. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that vote number R 4126, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for salaries and expenses of the office of the county attorney, the sum of Kenya shillings 25,850,757 shillings 93 cents. Members, you can now discuss. Reading at the board of the House, I would want to put the question that vote number R, 4126, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for salaries and expenses of the office of the county attorney, the sum of Kenya shillings 25,850,757 shillings 93 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye, Sabi. I now want to call upon Honorable Patrick, the chairperson, Lands.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I rise to move for R4127. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for salaries and expenses of the local municipality. 74,673,549 shilling and 53 cents. Chair, I call upon Honorable Mary Nawabon to second.
Honorable Mary. Thank you, Honorable Mary. I now want to propose the question that vote number R 4127, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for salaries and expense of the Lodwar municipality, the sum of Kenya shillings 74,673,549 shillings 53 cents. Members, you can now ventilate. Already at the mood of the House, I now want to put the question that vote number R 4127, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for salaries and expenses of the Lodwar municipality, the sum of Kenya shillings 74,673,549 shillings 53 cents. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye, have it. Members, I now want to call Honorable Patrick, the chairman, to move for R 4128.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I rise to move for R 4128. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the salary and expenses of the Kakuma municipality. Kenya shilling 16,455,262 shilling and 65 cents. I call upon Honorable Willie Napuyo to second.
Honorable Willie Napuyo. Thank you. Members, I now want to propose the question for vote number R 4128. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the salaries and expenses of the Kakuma municipality, the sum of Kenya shillings 16,455,262 shillings 65 cents. Members, you can now ventilate. Already at the mood of the House, I would want to put the question that vote number R 4128, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for salaries and expenses of the Kakuma municipality, the sum of Kenya shillings 16,455,262 shillings 65 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. You can now read the sum. total.
The subtotal on the current expenditure amounts to 12,351,809,417 shillings and 7 cents.
Honorable members, may now the subtotal of the recurrent expenditure of the Kenya shillings 12 billion 321 million 859,211 shillings 217 shillings and 7 cents as printed be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. So it. Honorable members, we now go to the second schedule. Number 2. I now want to call the Chair, Finance, Trade and ICT to move 40D 4114.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I rise to move vote number D 4114 that the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Finance and Economic Planning for capital expenditure, including development pending bills, completion of county headquarters, revenue infrastructure, and citizen resource centers, totaling to 2,546,826,511 shillings and 19 cents. Mr. Chair, I want to call upon Honorable Rebecca Pai to the court. Thank you.
Honorable Rebecca. Thank you, Honorable Pai. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that vote number D4 114, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026, Department of Finance and Economic Planning for capital expenditure, including development, pending bills, completion of the county headquarters, revenue infrastructure, and citizen resource centers. The sum of Kenya shillings 2,546,826 shillings 1,511 shillings 19 cents. Members, you can now legislate. Honorable IK, Honorable Iken, James Iken.
Chairman, as we plan to approve for D4114, Chairman, I have some amendments to make on the pending bills. And first to Section 124 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, I propose the following amendment to the supplemental budget pending bills. In the pending bills, I wish to request that the government should allocate the 4.5 million for establishment of a bus stop in Kanamke, Rio Junction. To settle the outstanding debts for services delivered as follows. Building Enterprise, General Enterprise Limited, 893 million shillings. Kites and Company Limited, 600 shillings. The two companies supply stationery to public, to Ministry of Public Service. Chairman, Rosedan Company Limited had a drilling of a bore in Canam amounting to 3 million. I wish to give my justification as follows. Chairman, the Kerry Junction Pasco is a project that was completed, was implemented in 2014-2015, and this project was fully paid. And in this amendment came to settle outstanding debts for contractors who have delivered services to Turkana County. I wish to request that the amendment be approved and be rectified on the same.
Honorable James Ken, you can now call the seconder to second the amendment.
I want to request the Honorable Knight to be only to second.
Information, please.
What is the point of information?
Chair, I know we have reached a crucial stage of this bill, and there is some consideration that we need to know as members, because I want to believe that even the pending bill itself, it might be for one department or figures, and we have some feelings for this department. And it is my advice for all of us as our members. Sometimes we wait until the last minute. That's the time, or we want to bring some confusion. Of course, we want to believe the penalties which are there. I know all of us, we had some queries and whatever, because I remember when we were in the budget committee meeting, the chair requested for the CCM for finance that all departments, they should bring their penalties. But it was very unfortunate. We did not get those penalties in those departments. So I'm not speaking what I remember, is trying to make some changes. But what I know, finally, we will be confused and maybe we'll be heading in that wrong direction. So it is prudent for all of us, when the budget process is being done, we need to be careful, because I remember every time when we have a budget, the Committee of Finance, the Committee of Budget and Appropriation normally call all members to verify their project or their penalties. But you will find some members, they normally neglect that information until now, the last minute. Now we want to mix different. That's my chair.
Thank you, Leader of Minority. Your information has been taken positively, although we need first to have him second, and then we react on the same. I want to call upon the seconder to second the amendment.
Chair.
Honorable James Ken, kindly give us another second. Listen. Thank you, Honorable Mary. I now want to propose a question that Ford, number D4114,
Chair. Honorable Chair.
I now want to propose the question that Ford number D4114 the question as proposed be amended as proposed. Members, you can now ventilate on that. Yes, leader minority.
Chair, I'm still concerned. I know, I remember I might be thinking that I'm opposing this amendment. And looking to in our bill, that B4114, I think the mover has already done it, and the seconder has already done his part. So I don't know which part will that will fall.
It is already indicated in the report, and this is what we had already appended the signature for. So the Secretariat will do the necessary. I only need to put the question. Honorable Appel.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I think what has been raised by one of my case is important, because if the contractor has been paid, how then are we going to bring another penalty of the same contractor that has been paid? So that money can be utilized on another penalty, and that is what my has proposed. And for the reasons said by the minority leader, we were called and we saw the penalties. But what was done by the committee in Eldoret, none of us knows, and now most of the members realize what has been put in our budgets as penalties. Some of them are contractors that were paid before. So it's more important to consider the amendment that can brought by honorable members, considering the monies that are supposed to be spent for these penalties. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Mike. Appel. Any other member that wants to ventilate on the same? Honorable Chair, Budget and Appropriation.
Thank you, Chairman. Maybe for purposes of this amendment, maybe others. I wanted to make some, some bit of guide. Maybe I would have advised members to limit themselves to 4 projects. Appending this is money that was there, maybe because of many other problems. It was not paid in time or on time. The other day when we were in Eldoret, I remember someone who came and said, I think what it was, his company was deleted, company was deleted, but later called chief officer. And that was actually by a number of public assembly. And all the members of the Budget Committee were there. So I wanted us to be careful with pending bills. It's not because we are discouraging, but a pending bill is, I don't know, especially that of 2014. There are people, contractors that have never been paid. It's outside your world now. Okay? That hotel is outside your world. I would advise you to work within the project currently you have. Those are the ones that I think it would be acceptable for you to mingle with. But a pending bill is outside your world. It's not that, no, it's not like a project in your world. I think that's what. So for me, I don't know what members will say, but if it was all of us, out of a chat, we would not allow that amendment to take place. Because we do not know what will happen immediately after this. And maybe the contractor, the same contractor has been informed that your company is what? Is listed under pending bill. That's what we are saying.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Mary Nakapua.
Chair, I just wanted to ask, because I have the chair, but it says the funding bill is not in your ward. Now, where was the project implemented from? It was implemented in the ward. And so, if an honorable member does not recognize a pending bill, I think he has a right to query. Because the Bodaboda state that is in query, it was implemented when I was principal administrator in the Ministry of Lands. That is when it was implemented. And now today it is there. Now, why should it appear and the eligible pending bills are not appearing? No, that is the question that I think should be answered. So that we can understand where we. Okay, I think the owners of the world can say that.
Thank you, Honorable Elio Demoni.
Thank you, Chair. On this matter of pending bill, Mr. Chair, we are in the state of sixes and sevenses, state of confusion, because we don't really understand where to raise our questions and who to answer these questions. Now we have followed this document here, and the right person to maybe answer this question is the chairperson of the budget, which also seems to be in the state of sixes and sevenses. Here, when we speak about the pending bills, each one of us seated here have a list of the projects that have been implemented in their halls. Where does the pending bills established from? If it is not from the whole level, whether it was implemented in 2014, 2015, 2016, they were not implemented on the space. It was implemented in the world level, where it can be established during the assessment and evaluation. Whether you are not in that particular office during that time, you must actually be informed that there is a project that has been stalled or paid or committed during this time. This pending list, Mr. Chair, as I can repeat it again, it is going to drag this county into very serious litigations. Because this house has been denied an opportunity to establish a comprehensive list of pending bills. Those from 2014, some 2015, 2016 up to date. These companies must have been recycled each and every financial year. because we are not aware whether they have been paid. These houses have not been furnished with the list of these pending bills. So the pending bills continue recurring each and every time, which has really painted badly this county. Chair, there are some of the projects, pending bills, even in my own ward. Some of these projects cannot even be established. I'm not even aware whether these projects have been implemented or not. And you can get a company has done the water in Kakuma ward, which he has done, and even the place itself where the projects took place, you cannot even establish. For example, there is a drilling of an upgrade of Loche Kalyo and UNICEF board in Kakuma ward. You happen to reside in Kakuma. Which place is called Loche Kalyo? Actually, seriously, which place in that Kakuma is called Loche Kalyo and UNICEF board? That is in my pending bills. And the chairman wants to tell us we can keep quiet and see some people smiling, going to the bank account smiling, and yet our people have not gotten the value of this money. Are we just to the contractors outside there who are crying? Those contractors who have done a lot of job for this county, the projects even in your own ward, Mr. Chair, some of these contractors have done tangible jobs in our wards, but are not featuring anywhere in these benefits. So you expected all of us, 45 members of this county assembly, to be in that committee to establish our problems, to establish our pending bills, when we have entrusted you as a committee to ensure that whatever we have given to you as members of that committee has been captured. Those things we have sent to the committee during that time has never been captured. Even those things that we were told to rectify in Cradle, so that we can have a smooth process of these procedures. It was not implemented, it has not been captured. And that's why this noise is too high now. And we cannot really say we can pass this appropriation bill without featuring into very serious issues, Mr. Chair. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Rebecca. Selina Lord.
Asante sana Chair. Ningependa kusema asante fulani. Mheshimiwa IK ametufungua wazo yetu na fikira zetu kwa jambo la pending bills. 2017 kabla sijakuja kwa hili nyumba, Mheshimiwa Chair iko na company. Sasa hii company ilikuwa inafanya kazi Lokori supply, Lokori water services. Kuna vile nilikuwa najaribu kurekebisha mahali huko Lokori kwa ajili ya maji. Mheshimiwa Chair, hii mambo ambaye IK na Mheshimiwa Amoni amesema, ukiona saa hii kwa pending bills kuna company imeandikwa, kwa hiyo repair ambayo mimi nilikuwa nafanya, na imeandikwa pesa mingi, na hatujui hata hiyo company hakuna Lokori kwa wale wale watu wanafanya kandarasi sokoni. So mtu akiweka milioni 4.7, hiyo ni pesa mingi, ingefanya kazi ingine, na ila hadi hiyo kazi mimi mwenyewe ndio nilikuwa nafanya na nikamaliza na nikalipwa. Sijui sasa, kuna tu vile watu wanatafuta njia kukula kwa pending bills. Waweke tu kampani ambaye yeye anajua, ili wao wafaidike na hiyo pesa. Lakini kuna ile iko genuine kabisa, ambaye watu wengine kweli wanalia huko nje, wanataka malipo yao, wajalipwa tangu 2013, 2017, 2022 mpaka na saa hii. Hao watu ndio wanafaa tuangalie, kama vile IK ameona kuwa kwa hiyo list ya pending bills yake kuna mtu ambaye amelipwa na tena amewekewa pesa hapo. Ni afueni kwa wale wengine, tutoe hiyo kampani, tuweke wale wengine wenye wajalipwa. Pia sisi kama tuko na shida kama hiyo, tuamke tuseme wazi kuwa hii ilipwa na tunatarajia mtu mwingine mwenye analia nje hajawekwa kwa hii list, tuweke huyo mtu ndiposa apate pesa yake. Natumai tutakuwa tunafanya kazi nzuri kwa hao wengine wenye wamekanyagwa chini. Asante.
Thank you. Honorable Samuel Elino.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, I think we are not moving. And because we are not moving, we will not end this bill. There are queries presented by honorable members, which I am a victim of. But I've done the soul searching and given an example of the current budget. I saw in the one we have included a road in Captain 1, then allocated to Lobokat 1. I know this time alone. Even the other time, we also had a project that is meant for Captain, and it was again indicated double. After my stay and thinking about the issues we are raising on the pending bills and commitments, Chair, it's almost coming to me that we can erroneously remove a project or a pending bill, which maybe has also erroneously fallen into a given word, and it was done in the other word, for example. So because of that, Chair, we may need your guidance so that we move. I was to request from honorable members that this House has powers. This House is an equivalent of the High Court Chair. And there is nothing that will stop us from following what is right even after this bill has been passed, Chair. Because if we move forward, move backward, move forward, move backward, we will not be moving anywhere. My suggestion was this from affected honorable members, because almost each and every one of us is affected. And because we have no modalities on knowing exactly if these pending bills do not exist or exist but erroneously found in other words, then we can allow the process to move. Then after that, we will introduce either a question on the way we are able to identify which of these ones are available through asking the following information. information from the Department of Finance. One, audit reports from the Office of the Auditor General for the relevant years, that is 2014 to 2026, where the pending bills and commitments fall. Two, pending bills register or list from county treasury, which indicates the years that we are questioning in this bill, Chair. We also may require invoices and delivery notes from the suppliers, which we are required to get them from the departments as well as the Department of Finance, which is abiding the payment of each contractor. We may also require payment vouchers and certificates, contracts or agreements with suppliers, and finally, minutes of agreements and resolution approving payments. If these are followed, even after we have passed this bill, Chair, I think we still have powers to follow what's right for us. Like each honorable members, after this bill has gone through, we will now move one by one, follow what exactly we are not sure of, so that we trace whether it is a legit one or an erroneous one, so that we move, because we are not moving, Honorable Chair. That is my request, and I want your guidance. I plead from honorable members, we move. I also want to plead to the Chair and the Chair, Budget, and you to guide this house so that we move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Aliwo. I now want to usher in the Chair, Budget and Appropriation.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. Honorable Chairman, I want to majorly agree with Honorable Aliwo that if I were you, my colleagues who are trying to do reallocation, that is acceptable because we are amending, but within the framework of our own projects. You see, a project that was implemented in your own, you allocated money, and later you implement, the project was implemented, that went off our own. And that's why it's called pending. It's pending not in the world. It's pending somewhere. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Wait. Secondly, Secondly, Chairman,
let him conclude.
As Honorable Ali was saying, can we have the evidence? Just a minute. Can we have the evidence of documentation on whether the project said by the honorable member was really paid? Because the whole thing is, until otherwise, we may remove that money from the budget because of the amendment, but you know, the same contractor may come back on the other side that he was not paid for. And so, as he says, I want to agree with him, Honorable Chairman, as he says, the House has powers. As a member of County Assembly, I have powers to follow anything in my board. For example, if a project was not paid, and probably because I've never followed payment of project, it's not between me and someone, it's about the contractor and the government. It's not about me. It's about that contractor who delivered the work, plus now the finance. So I am here. So what is happening, Honorable Chairman? Evidence of payment, as my honorable colleague has said. Is there anything we can apply now or confirm that the project was paid so that amendment goes on? Number two, that the law gives you express permission to produce a company to replace the one that was paid. Okay? Yes, a minute. Listen to that. That's the law. Like, for example, honorable member has replaced a company with another one. That's the law allows that. Okay? But you know, you can relocate a project names, say, this name, to this name. But a company, a contractual company, that the law gives you express mandate. Those are some of the things you need to listen to. Otherwise, you will be doing an illegality if you give names or suggest names of companies to replace the other ones. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, what's your point of order?
Chairman, since the chair is defending his chair, the chairman, the issues we are giving are issues from our own words. He understands our words better than his own word. Mr. Chairman, the issue in point, the backstop that is being mentioned was implemented in 2014. 2014 to date, that's a whole year. I want to believe that this county government has been receiving funds to pay contractors. Where was this contractor for 12 years not to be paid by the county government? Two, for your information, Mr. Chair, when that project was done, even me as an MCA was not even involved in the implementation or site handing over that project. 12 years on the line, it is good that has opened our eyes to understand that this contractor is a contractor that is being used. You are saying documents, all documents. I'm a procurement and I'm a procurement profession and understand better than even whoever has to that company that they use. Mr. Chairman, the chair is saying we are giving names of companies to replace the one is supporting. Those contractors are contractors who have worked with this company. They are contractors who have supplied fully. They are contractors who have done drilling, contractors works. And for us to replace them there, we know how long they have worked, how long they have waited for those who have been paid. So when you bring the defense force, that means you want us to maybe sit and maybe give you the position to approve the appropriation bill alone.
Thank you, honorable members. Honorable members, allow us to move. Otherwise, we're going to stay here.
As a chairman of the committee, I'm not defending the legality.
Honorable Chair, I'm not giving any permission. Kindly, let me give Honorable Ruth Kuya and lastly, Michael, and then we get some conclusion on this matter. Otherwise, we're going to stay here.
Asante sana chama. Ningependa kuambia chama ni budget. Haikuwa amekuwa tangu 2019. Na project zake zote anasikia. Angekuwa mgeni tungesema amekataa projects ya mwenzake. Lakini IK amekuwa tangu 2013 na chama ni finance. Mambo kama hiyo sisi hatutaki pesa kujibu kwa sababu.
Thank you. Michael, Angale.
Thank you. The issues of paying bills is a pertinent issue. Okay, I have a concern, I have a project. I have a project in my ward for 2024-2025.
Honorable Mike,
construction of a model.
Honorable Mike, yes. Is that one among the amendments you've already moved?
It's on pending bill.
Or it is something you want to introduce now?
It's on pending bill, yes.
Did you already did the amendments of the same, or you just want to discuss now?
I want to discuss.
Okay, you can just inform us now because it is not part of what is approved.
What I was saying is that this project was done and completed, and it was paid. This morning after the morning session, I met the contractor who actually did this work and asked if it is true that he has a pending bill. He said he was paid all cents, up to the last cent. And yet, the indication here is that there is a pending bill of 905,502. So, whose money is this? Whose money is this? If the contractor for this particular project was paid only, I have confirmed. So these are cases we are discussing here. This is the impunity we are discussing here. There are people somewhere who just allocate this money in other people's projects, companies. So it is a long practice that needs actually to be handled once and for all.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Michael. Members, we need to move on. I need to move on and get some clarity on this, Honorable Member. We are going to stay here for longer, but we are still discussing the same thing. Leader of Minority, let it be the last, and then we move on.
Chairman, labda tu ni kuomba viongozi wote nakubaliana na ile mawazo ya Mheshimiwa Halio. Ile tutajuaje sisi wote kuna mahali changamoto ambayo tumeziona hapa na pale na siko nyingi. Ningeomba tu viongozi, hakuna mtu atakataa mambo ya pending bills kwa sababu siko kila mahali, lakini kwa sababu sisi ni nyumba ya sheria ambayo inafaa pia tuongee ukweli kwa ile mambo ambayo tuwe na kitu ya kudhibitisha, kwa sababu ni kweli Mheshimiwa James Ken ndiye mwakilishi wa audio wa na yeye ndiye anaelewa vizuri maendeleo ambayo yanaendelea kwake, lakini sisi pia kama waheshimiwa ambao tunawakilisha watu wa hili bunge lazima tujue mambo ya pending bills. Ni sisi ndio tunabeba kama MCS ama ni idara ambayo zinahusika? Kwa sababu sasa mimi nikikuja na yangu hapo weka hii company, yes, watu wengine watajuaje ni ukweli ndio ilifanya kazi na ni pesa ngapi ndio iko nayo? So lazima tuambie ukweli, hakuna haja kudanganyana ama kufurahishana hapa. Ama tusifanye vitumia kwa sababu Ruth kuyazielewa na yeye ndiye alifanya hiyo kazi bila kuhusika, asipewe hiyo pesa. Ombi langu, sisi tumeshaona mahali kuna shida. Na vile Mheshimiwa Ali amesema, sisi kama viongozi tuko na nguvu ya tuokote hizo makampuni zote ambayo tumeona zimewekwa kwa maodi yetu, na sisi tunaamini kuwa hasijafanya kazi hapo. Itakuwa inatusaidia hata kuitoa wakora ambayo anatunyanyasa kwa hii kaunti kwa watu wa EACC ama gani, kwa sababu sisi tunashangaa kuna maodi zingine hapa kwa hii budget. Mfano ni wodi kama ya Kore iko na pending bill zaidi ya milioni 150. Pedo iko na zaidi ya milioni 140 kitu, na kuna zingine. So tukikaa vizuri kama viongozi ambao tunawakilisha hiyo maodi na tuwe kabisa tunajitolea.
Honorable members, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'm raising on a procedural motion. I raise to move a procedural motion to extend time under Standing Order number 35, 3A to allow the business of which we have in our hand to be concluded. Madam Speaker, I know the temperatures for our members are getting higher, and we still have some important business to be concluded. So I would want to have colleagues that we extend our time until we conclude this matter. So that, for that matter, Madam Speaker, I want to add Honorable the leader, the whip for majority, to second this procedural motion, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Madam. I start to second this motion. We have a lot of work pending before us, and yet we are getting weary as well as facing darkness. So I call upon honorable members. But I also take this chance, honorable leader of minority, to bring it to your attention that we have some members who have accepted themselves on this business, and they are within the county assembly presence. So I still wonder why they are running around. To me, it makes me suspect that they want to be not, if there is any blame for members who are here, they cannot be counted to be blamed. And that is the hypocrisy of the highest order. Some of them are even budget committee members who are just running around here and there. And for the rest of us, I just beg that what we can do, please, what we can do, please, more than that. For instance, changing some things. You know, this is a procedure where we lost sleep for around 3 days to come up with whatever we are coming. It was not an easy task. Another thing that I also beg members, honorable members, to know is that Honorable Kobomi may be new. We are not used to his voice. But I tell you, there is nothing that he has done as a leader. And we were not asleep when these resolutions were passed. That's why you see a person like me seated here on the group. That's why you see we have even prompted the minority leader. So we know that we have challenges. But this bill has passed. If it doesn't pass, of course it deserves more even at the receiving end. It deserves when it fails. The minority leader will be waited for. No? When you will they will tell those boys there who are waiting. So sometimes we have to do what we need to do so that half of our problems are solved. And with that, I second them.
Honorable members, I now wish to propose that this county assembly may extend time until the business that we have at hand is concluded under Standing Order 35, Cap 3A. The floor is now open for members to debate. Reading the mood of the House, I now wish to put the question that this county assembly will extend the time until the business that we have is concluded. May as many as of the same opinion say aye. Aye. May as many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Honorable members, get seated. Honorable members, I think we've discussed a lot, we've ventilated on that issue a lot, and I would want to make some comment on the same. But actually, all the points discussed are relevant and we've had it clear. I would now want to say that we will allow the amendment to move on as indicated, and then the rest is going to be dealt with later as suggested by Honorable Aliwo in the previous discussion. Thank you. Honorable members, I now want to put the question. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that clause that vote number D 4114 be amended as proposed. May as many as of the same opinion say aye. Aye. May as many as of the contrary opinion say nay. I salute. Honorable members, I would want again to put the second question. Honorable members, I now want to call the chair, Water, to proceed with
Chair.
vote D 4115.
Chair, I wish to rise to move for B 4115. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Water Services capital expenditure including water infrastructure and water fund, sum 497 million 560,000.
Go ahead and call the second.
I want to request that Honorable Ruth Kuya the second.
Honorable Ruth Kuya.
I second.
Thank you, Honorable Ruth Kuya. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that vote number D4115, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Water Services capital expenditure including water infrastructure and water fund, the sum of Kenya shillings 497,560,000. Honorable members, you can now ventilate. Honorable members, reading at the mood of the House, I now want to put the question that vote number D4115, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Water Services capital expenditure including water, infrastructure and water fund, the sum of Kenya shillings 497,560,000. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? I have it. Chair, Health.
Honorable Chair, as move vote number D4116, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Health Services and Sanitation for capital expenditure including construction, renovation, maintenance of health facilities. I would like Honorable, okay, the amount is 193,700,000. I would like Honorable Rose.
I second.
Thank you, Honorable Ruth. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that vote number D4116, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Health Services and Sanitation for capital expenditure including construction, renovation, and maintenance of the health facility, the sum of Kenya shillings 193,700,000. Honorable members, you can now ventilate. Members, reading in the mood of the House, I now want to put the question.
Honorable Chair.
Go ahead.
Honorable Chair, I'm worried now that this vote has been moved. And there was a proposed amendment that was to move. But first I had to wait for the Department of Health and Infrastructure. So that will affect now the application for the application for the health department hiring money. I don't know if it's right. Because the moment we put the question and meaning we would have approved that vote without considering these are the applications that would increase the applications for help.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I would advise we defer the question until we get to the health infrastructure, and then we put the question for. Or any member who is for tourism to move forward D4117. Any member? Thank you.
Honorable Chair, this department has 3 chairs. So, so we have chair for trade, the chair for youth and gender, and the chair of tourism. Honorable Chair, I rise to move vote number D4117 that the amount required in the year ending 30th June
tourism, including physical market infrastructure, biashara, youth and women fund. Sum of Kenya shillings 64 million. With having said that, Mr. Chair, I want to invite the Honorable Lydia Jore to second this motion. Thank you.
Honorable Lydia Jore.
Honorable Chair, I second.
Thank you, honorable members. I now want to propose the question that Fort D 4117, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Trade, Gender and Tourism, including fiscal market, infrastructure, biashara, youth and women fund. The sum of Kenya shillings 64 million. Members were free to ventilate. Honorable members, I now want to put the question that for D4 117, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Trade, Gender and Tourism, including fiscal market infrastructure, biashara, youth and women fund. The sum of Kenya shillings 64 million. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye, so it. I now want to call the chairperson, Education, Honorable Michael Henry.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move vote number 4D4118. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026, Department of Education, Sports and Social Protection, capital expenditure including ECD infrastructure development, equipping of child rescue centers, youth and VTCs infrastructure, amount to Kenya shillings 151,500,000 cents. Thank you, Honorable Chair. I want to request Honorable Selina Ijoko to second.
Honorable Selina.
Honorable Chair, I second.
Thank you, Honorable Selina. Honorable members, propose the question that vote number D4118, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026, Department of Education, Sport and Social Protection, capital expenditure including ECD infrastructure development, equipping of child resource centers, youth and VTCs infrastructure. The sum of Kenya shillings 151,500,000. Members, you're free to ventilate. Honorable Eliud.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I rise to propose an amendment to that vote of D4118, which actually affects two departments for the climate change and this for education and social protection. Maybe I seek your guidance onto that.
Proceed and give the second as well.
Yeah, Chair, I propose an amendment to this subject based on the priorities that are rising from my board and alignment of the budget. First, there was a budget of 5 million shillings that was allocated to solarization of the rescue center in Kakuma under climate change department. Based on the priorities, I have aggregated these budgets into the following priorities. The supply and delivery of 250 desks for Nakwalat, Naurenlegai, and Omninepu CCD classrooms in Kakuma Ward, cost of 2 million shillings. Construction of pit latrines, 2 doors each for Naurenlegai and Omninepu ECD centers in Kakuma Ward, 1.8 million. Installation of electricity to Nandapal Village Market in Kakuma Ward, 1.2 million shillings. Chair, 3.8 million is going to increase a budget of a font of D4118 by 3.8 million. On the other side of font 41122, the budget is going to increase, to reduce by 1.2 million, Chair. All this, Chair, is a reason of the priorities of our people. And this money is within the budget of 2025-2026. It's only about the alignment based on the priorities. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Eliud, call to ask the seconder.
I call Mheshimiwa Patrick to second.
Honorable Chair, I second.
Thank you, Honorable Patrick. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that D4118 be amended as proposed. Members can now be free to ventilate. Honorable Leader of Minority.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I'm just rising to support the amendment by Honorable Henwood. I know when it comes to the issue of priority, especially in our ward, all of us, we agree on that. And there is no any harm when we are changing the project name or place, because you are the one who know the situation of your area. And we are being guided by our laws. So, honorable members, I would just want to urge for those who are affecting their needs. You are in the right line, so I would urge colleagues to support those amendments, especially those who are coming in the line of changing the names of places or twisting the project's name to those areas who are really being needed by our people. Thank you, Chair. I support.
Thank you, Leader of Minority. Honorable members, already at the mood of the House, I now want to put the question that Ford D4118 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye, Savage. I now want to call upon Chair, Public Service, Honorable Aliu, to move for D4119.
Mr. Chair, I rise to move for D4119. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Public Service, Administration and Disaster Management for capital expenditure, including village and ward administration support programs, amounting to Kenya shillings 464 million. I now call upon Honorable Selina Lokope, who is a serious member of this committee, to present.
Honorable Selina.
I second.
Thank you, Honorable Selina. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that vote number D4119, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Public Service, Administration and Disaster Management for capital expenditure, including village and ward administration support program. The sum of Kenya shillings 464 million only. Members, you can now exit. Members reading in the mood of the House, I now want to put the question that for D4119, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Public Service, Administration and Disaster Management for the capital expenditure, including village and ward administrator support programs, the sum of Kenya shillings 464 million. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Have it. Honorable member, I want to call the chair, Transport and Public Works. Chair, Transport and Public Works, any member from the same department or committee to move the vote.
Honorable Chair, Honorable James Kenny had moved the current vote for the infrastructure. So he should do due diligence.
Chair, I try to move vote D4120. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Roads, Transport and Public Works capital expenditures, including public works development programs, construction and maintenance of works, amounting to 379,906,213 shillings and 22 cents. I wish to request Ruth Kuya to second.
Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that for D4120, the amount required for the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Roads, Transport and Public Works capital expenditure, including public works, development programs, construction and maintenance of the roads. The sum of Kenya shillings 379,906,213 shillings 22 cents. Members, you can now vaccinate. Honorable Mike Yoi.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I rise to propose an amendment that vote number B4120 on the County Department of Roads, Transport and Public Works allocation of Kenya shillings 2.5 million for construction of a bridge at Turkana mortuary be reallocated to the Department of Health for construction of ablution facilities in the inpatient wards at Turkana County Hospital. Mr. Chair, this will increase the departmental allocation for health by Kenya shillings 2.5 million. Mr. Chair, currently we have an ongoing project of the modern mortuary, construction of modern mortuary of Turkana. Mr. Chair, the terrain, we have problems with the terrain of that place. So that is why, in the first place, I proposed for the construction of a bridge that will connect the facility with the new mortuary. Mr. Chair, when the engineers of the Public Works Department visited the proposed projects, they said the 2.5 million is not adequate to finalize that project. Mr. Chair, thank God through the equalization funds, I presented the same project to the equalization funds. So, and Mr. Chair, I want to tell you that that project is going to be considered in the equalization fund projects. So, and Mr. Chair, it's because of that reason I said it's good the allocation be done so that the 2.5 million will still be utilized for another very important project within the Rokita Sub-County Hospital. Mr. Chair, Rokita Sub-County Hospital is a level 4 facility. We have all men and female wards. We have the pediatric wards. But Mr. Chair, we have the problem of ablution block where these patients take shower. And it's for that reason, Mr. Chair, I'm proposing this amendment so that these resources can be utilized for the construction of ablution block. Mr. Chair, if that is going to be done, the ablution block is going to greatly benefit this facility, which is said to be level 4, and will be providing efficient service to the community members of TAG. Mr. Chair, having said that, I would like to invite the honorable member representing the Tila Ward to second this amendment. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Honorable member from Katila Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for giving me this opportunity to second the proposed amendment by honorable member from Maturu Ward. Mr. Chair, we all know that resources are scarce. And what equally informs priorities the resources at your disposal, Mr. Chair. And Mr. Chair, in the wisdom of the proposal of the amendment, he has identified two of the projects in his ward, Mr. Chair. That there is a project that is undervalued, that is a drift, and a project proposed to his knowledge, a proposed project of constructing abolition in the ward, Mr. Chair. That between the two, Mr. Chair, he has focused that he should move the 2.5 million to construction of the abolition that will create positive impacts as compared to construction of the trip that is not, that much is not adequate to bring that project completion, Mr. Chair. And therefore, it is prudent that we agree with the terms put forward by the honorable member that we move the 2.5 million allocated in 4D 4120 to 4D 4116, Mr. Chair. With a few remarks, Mr. Chair, I second.
Thank you, Honorable. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that Fort D 4120 be affected by reducing the 2.5 million to increase for 4116 by 2.5 be amended as proposed. Members, you can now ventilate. Honorable members, reading at the mood of the House, I would want to propose the question. To put the question, that I now put the question that clouds D 41120 and D 4116 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the same or as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Sorry. Honorable Chair, Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries to move for D4121.
Thank you, Chair. I rise to move for D4121. The amount required in the year ending June 2026 for the Department of Agriculture, Livestock, Development and Fisheries for capital expenditure including agriculture, livestock, and infrastructure, programs, research and extension services amount totaling 1,440,151,652 shillings. And I call upon Honorable Chris Kobia, the Chief.
Honorable Chair, you have not stated it well until to the cent point. Kindly repeat.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Whatever I have does not show the sense, so I cannot insert, but I can say that
Okay, Honorable Chair, just indicate there 81 cents and then you read it yourself.
81 cents, thank you. Honorable Chair, I rise to move for D4121, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Agriculture, Livestock, Development and Fisheries for capital expenditure including agriculture, livestock, and infrastructure programs, research and extension services, amounting to 1,440,151,652 shillings and 81 cents. And with this, I call upon Honorable Chris Cordia Ashim.
Honorable Chris.
Honorable Chair, I rise to second.
Thank you, Honorable Kobia. Members, I now propose the question that for D4121, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Agriculture, Livestock, Development and Fisheries for the capital expenditure including agriculture, livestock and infrastructure programs, research and extension services. The sum of Kenya shillings 1,440,151,652 shillings 81 cents. Members, you can now mention it. Members, I now want to put the question that for D4121, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Agriculture, Livestock Development and Fisheries for capital expenditure including agriculture, livestock and infrastructure programs, research and extension services, the sum of Kenya shillings 1,440,151,652 shillings 81 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? I serve it. I now want to call upon the Honorable Chair for Natural Resources, Climate Change, Honorable James Ken.
Chair, I like to move for D4122. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Natural Resources, Climate Change, capital expenditures including energy and mining development, forest conservation and management, and broker. Amount to 4,978,127 shillings. I request Honorable Bedwell to second.
Honorable Bedwell. Thank you, Honorable. I now want to propose the question that D4122, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Natural Resources and Climate Change, capital expenditure including energy and mining development, forest conservation and management, and FFLOCA, the sum of Kenya shillings 804,978,127 shillings. Members, you can now discard. Ready in the mood of the House, I want to put the question that for D4122, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Natural Resources and Climate Change, capital expenditure including energy and mining development, forest conservation and management, and FLOCA, the sum of Kenya shillings 804,978,127 shillings. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? I serve it. Chair, Lands.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to move for D4123. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Land, Fiscal Planning, and Urban Development for capital expenditure including preparation of special plans, land registration, and the preparation of cadastral plan. Kenya shilling 15,500,000 Kenya shilling. Honorable Chair, I call upon Honorable Lydia to second.
Chair, I second.
Thank you, Honorable Lydia. Members, I now want to propose a question that 4D4123, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development for capital expenditure, including preparation of spatial plans, land requisition, land registration, and preparation of cadastral plans. The sum of Kenya shillings 15,500,000. Members, we can now ventilate. Members, looking at the mood of the House, I now want to put the question that 40D4123, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Department of Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development for capital expenditure, including preparation of the spatial plans, land registration, and preparation of cadastral plans. The sum of Kenya shillings 15,500,000. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Have it. I want to call Honorable Linet to move 40D4124.
Thank you, Chair. I like to move for D4124. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for Turkana County as County Assembly capital expenditure, including development, pending bills, completion of cafeteria, and acquisition of conference equipment. 70 million. I call Honorable Nimusa to second.
Honorable Francis.
Chair, I second.
Thank you, Honorable Francis. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that for D4124, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for Turkana County Assembly capital expenditure, including development, pending bills, completion of the cafeteria, and acquisition of conference equipment, the sum of Kenya shillings 70 million. Members, you now free to ventilate. Members, I now want to put the question that for D4124, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for Turkana County Assembly capital expenditure, including development, pending bills, completion of cafeteria, and acquisition of conference equipment, the sum of Kenya shillings 70 million. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Have it. Honorable members, I now want to call the chair, Lands, to move forward D4127.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move for D4127. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Lodwar municipality capital expenditure, including the municipal services and infrastructure, research, Kenya Urban Development Program. Kenya shilling 258 million 61,725 shilling and 72 cents. I call upon Honorable Willie Nakuyo to second.
Honorable Willie. Thank you, Honorable Willie. Members, I now want to propose the question that 40D in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the local municipality capital expenditure including municipal services and infrastructure, research, Kenya Urban Development Programs, UDG, the sum of Kenya shillings 258,061,725 shillings 72 cents. Members, you can now ventilate. Reading on the mood of the House, I want to put the question that 40D 4127, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the local municipality capital expenditure, including municipal services and infrastructure, research, Kenya Urban Development Programs, UDG, the sum of Kenya shillings 258,061,725 shillings 72 cents. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Have it. Honorable Chair, lands to move 40D 4128.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move 40D 4128. The amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Kakuma municipality capital expenditure including municipal services and infrastructure, research, Kenya Urban Development Program, Kenya shilling 716,242,240 shillings. Honorable Chair, I call upon Honorable Vincent for to second.
Thank you, Honorable Vincent. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that 40D 4128, amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Kakuma municipality capital expenditure, including municipal services and infrastructure, research, Kenya Urban Development Programs, window for host and refugees. The sum of Kenya shillings 716,242,240 shillings. Members, you can now ventilate. Members, I want to put the question that 40D 4128, the amount required in the year ending 30th June 2026 for the Kakuma municipality capital expenditure, including municipal services and infrastructure, research, Kenya and Urban Development Program, window for host and the refugees, the sum of Kenya shillings 716,242,240 shillings. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Have it. Clerk, you can now read the subtotal.
The subtotal for development expenditure amounts to 7,584,426,469 shillings and 93 cents.
Honorable members, I want now to propose a question that the subtotal be printed as part of the bill. As part of the bill. Members, I now want to put the question that the subtotal development expenditure of 7,584,426,469 shillings 93 cents be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? I have it. Clock. Go ahead and close.
The grand total for is 19,906,025,687 shillings.
Honorable members, the grand total for Schedule 2 development 19 billion 906 million 285,687 shillings be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now want to put the question that the grand total for both recurrent and development 19 billion 906 million 285,687 shillings be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Submit. Clerk, read the long title.
Long title of the bill, the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 6 of 2025, a bill for an act of the Turkana County of the County Assembly of Turkana to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of the county revenue fund and its application towards the service of the year ending on the 30th June 2026, and to appropriate that sum voted on account by the County Assembly for the certain public services and purposes.
Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that the long title, as printed and as read by the clerk, to be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that the long title, as printed, as read and printed to be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? I have it. Clerk, to read the short title.
Secretary of the Bill, Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Act 2025.
Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that the short title, as read and printed, be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now want to put the question that the short title, as printed, be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Honorable members, I now want to call the motion mover to move.
Second, I now want to move. We have to move that Assembly its consideration of the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 6 of 2025, its approval thereof without amendments. With amendment, I mean, with amendment, because an amendment.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable members, I now want to put the question. Which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2025 and its approval therefore with amendments. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? I serve it.
Honorable members, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Assembly its consideration of the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2025 and its approval thereof with amendments.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree to the committee on the same point.
Which is that the House will agree with the committee to the same report. I will put the question, which is that the House will agree with the committee in the same report. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. And will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Move on. Next one.
Order number 11, Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 6 of 2025, third reading.
Motion number.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 6 of 2025 be now read third time.
Honorable members, I will now propose the motion, which is that the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill, Bill number 6 of 2025, be now read a third time. I will now put the question, which is that the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill, Bill number 6 of 2025, be now read a third time. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk, read the law.
The long title of the bill, the Turkana County Supplementary Appropriation Bill, Bill number 225, appealing for an act of the County Assembly of Turkana to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of the County Revenue Fund and its application towards the services of the year ending on the 30th June 2026, and to appropriate that sum and sum awarded on account by the County Assembly for a certain public services and purposes.
Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 6 of 2025 is now passed, has been passed. It is now upon the office of the clerk to fast track and take it to the office of the Excellency Governor so that it can be extended. So that it can go. Thank you, Honorable members. Next order.
Order number 12, motion, adjournment of County Assembly for CASA Games 2025.
to Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'd like to move adjournment motion that pursuant to standing order number 3-4, this House resolved to alter its calendar to the third session as adopted on 13 February 2025 by varying the period of recess with respect to the fourth part of the session, so as to allow members to participate in the 6th County Assembly Sport Association Games, that's CASA, starting from 22nd November to 2025. 28th November 2025 at Mayo County. Madam Speaker, as we know that in our calendar, we normally held our games. Remember last year we were in Bungoma County and we did well. And Madam Speaker, so I know members are very prepared for these games. Madam Speaker, I can imagine other members doing the practice both very early in the morning and the evening. So we need to give them room to gain the rest of the counties in Meru so that we participate in those games. I know we bring some cups here. Last time, our ladies, our members, surprised us by ensuring they became the champions. And Madam Speaker, we need this round to progress. There is no need for our people to use a lot of effort. And after securing that position, I think they are supposed to go outside this country, Madam Speaker. So we don't want to wait. Speaker, again in conjunction to our CASA games, we all know on 27th this month, we will be having some by-election in our county. And they are important to us. So we need to give our honorable member room. Because I want to believe that here we are the members of the parties. And we have the parties who are involved in that by-election. So we want to give them a room so that they go and champion the agenda of their parties. And most likely, the ruling party, UDA. I know they are the most members who are the majority. I'm not a member of UDA. I'm a Jubilee member. But when it comes to the issue of prayers, because all of us, including me, we are heading there. So, Madam Speaker, without wasting a lot of time, I know the members are so tired, and I need to thank all members before even I call the second Madam Speaker. When we say we are committed and dedicated to our work, you can see, Madam Speaker, by your eyes. It is now already over 7 o'clock. And the members who are still inside here, there are over 20. So you can imagine how our members are dedicated to ensure our people have gotten the right services. So, Madam Speaker, I want to thank all members who have taken their time to ensure the conclusion of the budget has reached to the end. And in that regard, Madam Speaker, I want also to extend to our clerks and our security officers who have ensured they are here all through. And finally, Madam Speaker, all of us, no one, no single person who will take the reward for this process. It is all of us, and it is the benefit of our county. So, Madam Speaker, in that line, I want to request Honorable Mike Oy, who is my son, to second this motion, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Mike Oy, proceed. Honorable members, I now want to propose that pursuant to standing order that the relief for this House resolves to alter its calendar for the third session, that is regular session, as adopted on 13 February 2025, by varying the period of the recess with respect to the fourth part of the session, so as to allow members to participate in the 6th County Assembly Sports Association Games Canada, starting from 22nd November 2025 to 28 November 2025. Honorable members, the floor is now open for us to. Honorable Signal or Honorable. Proceed, Honorable Member.
Asante. Madam Speaker, ningesema tu jambo moja. Naona wenzangu wameanza kuchoka, mimi pia nimechoka, lakini lazima tumalize. Madam Speaker, tunaenda Kaza Game. Ukiona wale watu waka hapa ni watu wazima ambaye wanajikakamua kwenda kufanya mazoezi ya afya yao, lakini Madam Speaker, ukiona sisi tunajikakamua na tunaenda kuleta kikombe kama hiyo ya football, alafu wakati tunapokuja hapa waambiwe twende mahali, tunaambiwa hatuna pesa ya kwenda nje, na tunakaa hivyo makaunti ambayo tulikuwa tumeshinda ndio wanaenda. Ni uchungu sana, na inafanya watu kuwa na hiyo roho ya kwenda kucheza tena. Na kama tutaenda tudipendi kikombe yetu kwa Kaza kurudishe, tunaomba tu wafanye juu chini, mahali tutaambiwa twende tu, lazima twende. Ni hayo tu ndio nilikuwa nataka kusema, kwa sababu ni vitu ambaye ina discourage mtu kwa kufanya mazoezi. Kwa hiyo Kaza, asante.
Honorable members, reading the member of the House. I now want to put a question that, pursuant to standing order that the release for this House resolves to alter its calendar for the third session, regular session, as adopted on 19 April 2025, by varying the period of the recess with respect to the fourth part of the session, so as to allow members to participate in the 6th County Assembly Sports Association Games Canada, starting from 22nd November 2028 November 2025. May as many as of the same opinion say aye. Aye. May as read as of the contrary opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, next order.
Order number 13, adjournment.
Honorable members, honorable members, there being no other business, the House stands adjourned until 2nd of December 2025, 9 o'clock.
What are they?